Secretary says rules and regulations of Buku Marine Park must be respected. Minister of Gender and Child Affairs launches In the Know campaign for Child Abuse Awareness Month. Empower TT launched in Tobago, and in sport, Club Sando defeats FC Phoenix in Tier 1 of the TT Premier League. Good evening, I am Kristen Salandi. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Friday, April 5th, 2024. Topping the news tonight. The rules and regulations of the Buku Reef Marine Park must be respected, according to Nigel Tate, the Assistant Secretary in the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources and the Environment and Sustainable Development. He addressed concerns regarding the Coast Guard's intervention on a glass-bottomed boat in the Buku Reef Marine Park over the Easter weekend. More from Candice Jackson in this report.
The Buku Reef Marine Park is not only a national protected area, but it is also part of the United Nations Ramsar protected sites. This designation could be lost if the marine park is not managed properly. For this reason, the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development has been developing policies with rules and regulations on how tourism stakeholders should operate in the park, according to Assistant Secretary Nigel Tate.
Mainly the reef tour operators, the captains and them, they were also involved in the meeting. They were also informed about the rules and regulations, which most of them already knew before.
Some of these policies include obtaining the necessary approvals to operate within the park.
The vessel must be inspected by Maritime Services and a document will be provided for you. Secondly, the captain must have a captain license also, right? The vessels in the marine park must be insured also.
Other rules stipulate a zero-tolerance policy on overcrowding of vessels, noise levels, and alcohol consumption. Assistant Secretary Tate stated that the vessel involved in the unfortunate interaction with the Coast Guard officers on patrol over the Easter weekend did not possess the required documentation and was warned twice about it.
What I was told, information received, that the Coast Guard boarded the vessel and inquired about his documents, and he failed to provide the information to the Coast Guard. And the Coast Guard had no choice but to escort the vessel back to Buku jetty.
While the public and reef tour operators raise objections to the Coast Guard officers being armed with assault rifles, Tate explained that the THAs has no say in how they operate because constitutionally they fall under the central government. Meanwhile, Tate encouraged tourism stakeholders wishing to conduct activities outside the stipulated rules and regulations to write to the division about their requests.
Inquiring what it is they want to go and do, like for example the IMA, Institute of Marine Affairs, them does right, and when them not do nighttime visits out in the marine park, right? So they need to write to the division, write to the administrator of the division, and it will go through the director of the division, Mr. Gartatley, and then will review the documents, and then will be able to grant or not.
Tate noted that the rules and regulations, although they may seem harsh, are necessary to ensure that people can continue enjoying the Buku Reef Marine Park without destroying it. However, he committed to continuing their ongoing collaborations with stakeholders to resolve any issues. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
The official launch of the Tobago edition of the Empower TT initiative took place yesterday at the Pigeon Point Heritage Park. The initiative aims to support men aged 16 to 40 by providing mentorship, life skills programs, and opportunities for knowledge sharing with older men. Travesia Phillips has more.
Sponsored by the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, Empower TT promotes positive male role models within communities, schools, and households through 4 main modules: lounge talks, soft skills training, career guidance, and one-on-one mentorship. During the event, MP for Tobago West and Minister of Sport and Community Development, Shamfa Kajo-Lewis, conveyed her delight at the overwhelming response from young men to the initiative noting that while the program was initially intended for 100 participants, the flood of over 400 applicants and the compelling stories shared by these individuals prompted her to extend the program to accommodate all applicants.
But today I still say I have no regrets because of the type of responses and results that came out of what I would call a social project. And maybe somebody like Dr. Benjamin, who sees things with a different eye, would find kinks and would find some problems, some issues. But as I said, it's an experiment for the most part that came from the ground up and has been able to really touch hearts and change lives.
David Roberts of the Ministry of Sport and Community Development said that every person has a flame within them waiting to be fanned into an unstoppable blaze of potential.
But far too often, that flame is dimmed by the weight of negative voices, societal roadblocks, and a lack of guidance. The Empower TT program is our bold declaration that we will be the wind beneath the wings of our young men across Trinidad and Tobago, empowering them to shatter limitations and soar higher than they'd ever imagined possible.
Jabari Francis, a past program participant, indicated that he was sent to RAS Engineering Limited, where he engaged in welding and fabricating. He emphasized the importance of having a plan and choosing the right associates for personal and career development.
I understand as a young man, you must have a plan. Every young man needs a plan, in a sense to know that where you're going, who you're carrying with you, who you are associating yourself with, and who you just communicate with. Because on the journey or the career that you want, you might associate yourself with the wrong set of people, and the wrong set of people could suck your energy.
The launch of the Tobago edition of Empower TT signifies a significant step towards addressing male development and empowerment within the community, demonstrating the government's commitment to fostering positive change and opportunities for young men in Trinidad and Tobago. Treviso Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
Trinidad and Tobago Inter-Island Transportation Company Limited is advising all truckers and other users of the Inter-Island Cargo Service that from Sunday 7th of April to Thursday 25th of April 2024, the cargo vessel MV Cabo Star will be taken out of service to undergo statutory dry docking works at a regional dry dock facility. The vessel is expected to resume normal operations on Friday 26th of April 2024. Still to come, the Minister of Gender and Child Affairs launches In the Know campaign for Child Abuse Awareness Month. And later, we have our sports report. Stay with us.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and low, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and low. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. More, live more.
Deltec Distributors, best deal. £3. Pork, goat, chicken, turkey, beef, 5 meats, £3 each, $300. Best deal. Or you could try £5 pork, goat, chicken, turkey, beef, 5 meats, £5 each, $500. Best deal. $20 delivery. Call winner 359-5040 or 237-0102. Order online at www.deltecdistributors.com or check winner Main Road, Argyle, Tobago. Deltec Distributors, best deal.
Trinbagonians, you may know me as Blaze. Through my TV and radio shows, you've invited me into your lives. Now, the media's freedom to speak out on behalf of citizens to reveal the facts fearlessly is enshrined in our Constitution. It means we can openly demand accountability for the performance of public officers and authorities. Should your Constitution demand more too? Submit your views to constitutionalreform2024.gov.tt by the 15th of April. It's your future, it's your Constitution, and it's your voice.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
There is absolutely no excuse for any form of child abuse, is the stance taken by the Member of Parliament for Tobago East and Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister for Gender and Child Affairs, Ayanna Webster-Roy. She explained that child abuse is destructive to society but continues due to the mentality of some people. The ministry launched the In the Know campaign for Child Abuse Awareness Month to change that mentality. In this report with Candice Jackson, Webster-Roy shares some insight into the perpetuation of child abuse, especially in Tobago.
Minister Ayanna Webster-Roy is grateful that some people in Trinidad and Tobago are becoming proactive about reporting incidents of child abuse. 2 recent cases were reported to the Children's Authority, resulting in children being removed from dangerous situations and placed under the care of the state. But she said it should never get to that point. Webster-Roy laments that even in Tobago, child abuse continues with the full knowledge of the community. Some are encouraged by strangely accepted mentalities.
It's something I grew up hearing in Tobago. After 12 is lunch, and you must sample it home before you send it outside. Not understanding how we are damaging our children, and hurt children become hurt adults, and hurt adults sometimes go on to hurt other people.
Yes. Webster-Roy explained that a lot of deviant and destructive behavior being displayed by adults is rooted in childhood trauma from various forms of abuse, most times at the hands of relatives. For this reason, the Ministry of Gender and Child Affairs, out of the Office of the Prime Minister, launched an In the Know campaign, which is being rolled out in communities across Trinidad and Tobago.
So what we're doing is going back to the communities, engaging communities, empowering persons within communities to understand what child abuse is, understand the signs of child abuse, and then most importantly, what to do if you're aware of child abuse occurring within your community.
Previous education campaigns conducted by the ministry and the Children's Authority are already working, especially among young people.
We are seeing where more and more of our children or young people are becoming empowered to speak up and speak out. So children now are the ones who are making the call when their friends confide in them. Children now are the ones who, when there are issues in their community, they are highlighting those issues, and not only just highlighting the issues, but also coming to us with possible solutions.
Webster-Roy hopes that with continuous educational campaigns, the mentality of all citizens in society will change and child abuse will be eliminated. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development is advising the Tobago public of a temporary road closure at Idlewild from Saturday, April 6th to Monday, April 8th. The division, via a news release issued today, stated that the closure has become necessary to expedite the road restoration project along the stretch and to safeguard citizens and property alike. Motorists and pedestrians are being advised to utilize alternative routes during this period. The education directors of the Near North District of Seventh-day Adventists, representing Mount Grace, Mason Hall, Sandy River, Leketo and Golden Lane SDA churches, organized an inaugural career fair at the Mason Hall Secondary School. The event showcased various career options to Tobago's youth and is set to become an annual affair. Travicia Phillips has more.
Angel Taylor Jordan, Education Director of the Mount Grace SDA Church, shared insights into the genesis of the idea.
So the idea originated with Sister Joyanne Walcott and myself, Sister Angel Taylor Jordan, and it's only by God's design that we came up with the idea, and then we came together and, we went from there.
Attendees, including Alicia Reynolds from the Harman School of SDA, appreciated the first-hand opportunity to engage with passionate professionals.
I think it was very informative. It was very informative indeed, and I liked how they were very interactive, and I liked how to see people that was really passionate about what they do and they share it with us. And I really liked, because there's certain careers and stuff that I was lazy to search up online, and it was really nice that I got in person talk with them about it.
The fair featured a diverse array of businesses and institutions, including the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute, THTI, Xander's Exclusive Designs, the University of the Southern Caribbean, USC, Shonari Richardson Arts, the Business Development Unit, BDU, the Youth Training and Employment Partnership Program, YTEP, architects from the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, and Homeland Agriculture. Travicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Our sports report is next. Stay with us.
Scrub Tide brings to you our organic fat dissolving shots. Yes guys, our lemon butter shot breaks down stubborn fat, tightens any loose skin while increasing your metabolism. No side effects, no downtime. We also offer cavitation, cellulite treatment, butt, breast, hip dip fillers, weight loss, fertility IVs, and much more. Contact us on 495-6624 or follow us on Instagram at Scrub Ties Body Contouring.
You're the prize, you're the queen.
Fellow citizens, I am Joy Abdul Mohan. Many years ago, we declared through our constitution our desire to live in a democratic society with respect for the law, supported by public institutions that respond to our needs. A strong constitution must be relevant to every citizen, including children and the youth. We've heard about reform before. Let us speak out now and make it happen by submitting our views to constitutionalreform2024.gov.tt by April 15th. It's our future, our constitution, our voices.
Welcome to our sports report. 1976 FC Phoenix was really hoping to walk away with a win and points when they faced off against Tiger Tanks Club in Sando in the Tier 1 division of Trinidad and Tobago football, but it was not to be. The boys from Canaan went down 5-2 against the boys from the South in a match at the Dwight York Stadium. With all the details, here is sports reporter Marcus Daniel.
Tiger Tanks Club Sando surged to third place in the TT Premier League Football League standings after securing a commanding 5-2 victory against 1976 FC Phoenix at the Dwight York Stadium in Bacalet, Tobago. The first half saw Club Sando take a slim 1-0 lead, courtesy of a 38-minute goal by striker Shaquille Henry. However, the second half witnessed an explosion of goals with 6 in total. Michael Jem Gordon quickly equalized for Phoenix, but Club Sando responded emphatically with 3 goals in a 16-minute span, establishing a 4-1 lead by the 62nd minute. Henry netted his second goal, joined by Nicholas Dillon and Tobago native defender Jamal Jack on the score sheet. Dillon scored his brace in the 77th minute, extending Club Sando's lead to a 5-1. Phoenix midfielder Adriel George managed a late consolation goal, but it wasn't enough as they suffered their 8th defeat of the season. Next, Phoenix will face Central FC at La Hoqueta this Saturday. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Well, all good things must come to a close, and after an electrifying 40 overs tournament hosted by the Tobago Cricket Association, finals are set for Saturday. Sports reporter Marcus Daniel has the rundown on what can be expected and, most importantly, which teams are facing each other in the finals.
The Tobago Cricket Association 40 overs tournament will culminate this Sunday with the finals between Bago Gladiators and Kinamonacourt Sports Club at the Shore Park Recreational Ground starting at 11 a.m. This marks the second consecutive year these teams will meet in the final, following last year's rain-affected match that ended with them being joint champions. Bago Gladiators earned their spot in the final by topping the standings, while Kinamonacourt Sports Club secured theirs with strong performances led by Antonio Providence and Aaron Alfred in the eliminator against Cabo Masonol. The final promises intense competition featuring top local talent on both sides. Bago Gladiators, led by Jaron Alfred, boasts a lineup including medium pacer Keishon Dillon, hard-hitting opener Lewan Lizama, all-rounder Selvin Duncan, and young off-spinner Michael Ramdas. Kinamonacourt Sports Club will bank on the Providence brothers, Anthony and Antonio, alongside the experience of Jimmy Boyce, Ashon Pear, and Aaron Alfred. Cricket fans can catch the action live on Tobago Sports Live, and entry to Shore Park is free to all spectators. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Brian Brown, representing the Jarrick Titan Sports and Development Club, issued a public appeal for financial assistance on Tuesday, March 26, 2024, as the club faced unexpected challenges during its trip to England, which included over 100 children. His plea drew much criticism, with many people labeling the adults as irresponsible for taking children on a trip with unconfirmed accommodation and lack of funding. But what's the real story? Join our sports reporter Marcus Daniel on Monday, 8th of April at 7:08 a.m. as he chats exclusively with Brian Brown for the details on how the team ended up in such a challenging position. Sure, to be on time and tune in to that interview on Monday morning.
It's March Madness at Standard Distributors Limited. Get $100 back for every $1,000 you spend. Major appliance deals on Frigidaire, Hyacinth, Samsung, and more. Plus, same-day financing options available. Don't miss out. Sale ends March 31st. Standard, never beaten on quality and prices.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
No place like home, 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 home. Oh, I love Tobago, baby. When we outside, it's an ocean of love. All that we align to the stars up above. Let we dance now, take a chance now with me. And we go jump till morning. Look, the moon gone sleeping. Tell them we not leaving till the last drop of a canal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. We with all my friends and them. No place like home, home, home. We go jump till the moon come down. It's we who the stars shine on. Play a mass and break away. Freedom in with DNA.
For staying with us. Now for the weekend weather update from the TNT Met office. Tonight, expect mostly warm and hazy conditions despite the occasional shower with temperatures around 27 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow will be predominantly hazy and breezy, aside from a few cloudy patches and the occasional isolated shower, leading to a mostly fair night. Winds may gust at times, especially near showers, with daytime highs of 32 degrees Celsius and nighttime lows of 27 degrees. On Sunday, the forecast predicts mainly sunny, hazy, and breezy conditions during the day, while overnight conditions will be generally fair and warm. There is a low 30% chance of 1 or 2 brief passing showers. Daytime temperatures will reach up to 32 degrees Celsius, dropping to 25 degrees at night. A mild to moderate concentration of Saharan dust is expected in the atmosphere over the weekend. Meanwhile, sea conditions will continue to be moderately rough, with a yellow level hazardous seas warning in effect. Waves in open waters will reach heights of 2 meters and may be occasionally choppy in sheltered areas with waves heights of 1.3 meters. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines before we go. Assistant Secretary says rules and regulations of Buku Marine Park must be respected. Minister of Gender and Child Affairs launches In the Know campaign for Child Abuse Awareness Month. Empower TT launched in Tobago, and in sports, Club Sando defeats FC Phoenix in Tier 1 of the TT Premier League. I am Kristen Salanti. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great and safe weekend.